My people, where are you? My people, you have kept away from my kingdom for false idols, for wolf with sheep clothing, for false promises, for negative science, for politic interests, and for power, for the ideologies that are invading my children to constrain them and to silence them, for the interests that hide the truth. You have kept away from my kingdom, you that subdue yourself before your will, you who immerse yourself in the free will, you who wishes to impose yourself before me, you who has kept me away from your life, you who are arrogant before me, you who invade yourself with anger, you who surrenders yourself to your whims, you who emits words against my word, you who think are master of my house and single out and criticize your fellow man, you who in order to help in my altar dictate sentence according to your poor intuition, you who rely on my priests to condemn your fellowmen, you, while being a priest, do not rescue my sheep but launches them over the cliff, you, while being a priest, throws the first stone without basis, you, making use of a gift that I have given you, you are conceited because they follow you, forgetting that without me you are nothing, you, child, who loves me depending on the circumstances, you are lukewarm whom I will vomit from my mouth, you, who loves me in some instance and in others, you loathe me, you, who doesn't respect my plans, you, who question my chosen ones and instruments, you are the stumbling stone, and you will be singled out by the claws of evil, manipulated and used for the purpose of the enemy of my house. Beloved, it is the instant of the instance, is the instant in which he who doesn't come to me wanders about everywhere. Without the strength of my spirit, my children will perish one after the other, moved by the deceitful cheat. The more ignorant the human creature is, the more likely to fall in the lines of those that will later persecute my faithful people. It is called pride, that which does not need me nor yield to anything, that which does not seek me out, but keeps me away. Pride is the same thing that caused Lucifer to fall, and the same thing that will cause all of my children to sin if they do not repent and do not recognize that they have sinned. I redeemed you from sin, but my people who ignore me right now have built their own kingdom. I warn my people, and my people despise me. I call over and over again for you to love me. I come as a beggar, as a friend, as a brother, and I am despised. For that reason, I come in this instant as a just judge, and you will see that I am who am, and you cannot fool me. I have given my beloved children missions and tasks to complete right now that will safeguard my devoted people. Beloved, for my children, nothing is definite. You must work for my kingdom and, more importantly, protect it from your own whims. No one is allowed to enter my house who does not control their free will. What you must respect shouldn't be subject to scrutiny. Like my father warned his children at the time of Noah, I have declared this moment as such. I'm going to warn you right now about the wise man and the scholar, politicians and Gentiles, wealth and poverty, knowledge and illiteracy, pride and simplicity. Even if the word is not in your heart, I nonetheless declare it to you, out of love. When the man of science is unaware that he would fall victim to the unexpected, and must realize that with his advancements, he will not have succeeded in exceeding my omnipotence, my which shall be fulfilled on earth as it is in heaven. Even when the leaders continue to have power and dominance over the people, my will be accomplished, my will shall come to pass. My devoted people won't be destroyed by the powerful, who will instead hand over my children to the power of the Antichrist. They will hurt and persecute my people, but my legions will descend from my house and vanquish the evil that the impious have spread throughout the earth. The crop will be attacked by my legions, who will transport it to safety while purging evil from my property. You, my simple and humble children, be in this instant the simple ones that know me in depth, that love me as I love you. Be the simple ones of my people, that irradiating knowledge keeps in all instant the protection of their brothers before the snares of evil that have taken the powerful ones to dominate my people. You, my simple and humble children, whom I have called to be solidary with my love, keep the faith in my words, and do not fall in the claws of those that with a little knowledge drag my faithful ones to refuse to accept my announcements and to abandon this, my mercy, that warns you to keep you in total knowledge of what is coming. Nature has awakened and man will suffer and will. The inactive volcanoes will become active. Great disasters will invade the earth. They have taken power from the evilness in man that attacks his God, killing the innocent and rising against the gift of life. The seas will cause pain to humanity. The conduct of man against my will shall make him suffer the consequences of his misuse of science, when this scatters like the wind, leaving its trial of pain in each human creature that it touches. I mention to you the nuclear energy and the new inventions such as chemical weapons that are prepared to decrease the world population. Mark the time of 10th October. What are you preparing against your God, my child? Where I sow my love, you respond with death. When I gave myself to humanity, you generate war. Where I transubstantiated in my altar, you despise me and you treat me with disrespect. My beloved people, wake up from such lethargy and so much ignorance with which you cover yourself for comfort. You find greater hope in the whitened sepulchre than in my word. Ignorance is the mother of the setbacks and fruit of the hypocrites that do not love me and deceive my people to turn them over to the Antichrist. The earth trembles before the promptness of my second coming. It trembles before man who doesn't recognize her, and it trembles before the terrorism that will cause devastation. Pray for England, France, and Spain. The eagle that has nest luxuriant falls without delay. Woe to my children that have placed in the God money their destiny. You, my children, will see with fear the madness of the rich and the madness of the poor. Of the rich, who will in an instant find himself without any possession, when he has in his hands only worthless paper, and the madness of the poor before a helpless rich person, taking what is not his, and which has never been in his hands. Each will be as guilty as the other. That is why I call to you, my faithful people, to remain within my will, so you won't be dispersed and led to evil. Man will fight against his brother, and my heart will bleed. The blood-curdling events of the elements, who seek to summon you to my side and chastise you repeatedly, will be used to expel this humanity from this earth because it does not recognize me as its creator. Prepare yourself, my child, because you will be your own judge, and your conscience will be brought before me. You will discover that you are not the judge that you believed yourself to be, nor are you the one who brought a brother's honor to ruin. You will recognize the wrong that you committed before yourself. You will see your soul fall low while it sees you eye to eye like the one who waits to be raised up to come before me. As communism grows, terror will spread over the globe. Chile and San Francisco will both be scoured by the ocean. My kids will be surprised by the flames of massive volcanoes. Did you truly think you were better than I, my child? To reveal my presence in them, I, myself, will demonstrate to you that I am the one who judges, and that my messengers face the worst treatment. My beloved people, pray for my church. It will be purified. Do not fear if you live fulfilling and honoring my will. Do not fear if you obey my commandments, and do not forget that the arrogant will be annihilated by his own pride. Pray, my beloved. Pray, and nourish yourself with my body and my blood. My beloved people, my children have made their own material refuge in many countries. However, if they haven't made their own interior refuge first, they will endure the same suffering as those who cast me out of their own temple. I am your God. I am your God. And there has never been, and there will never be anybody bigger than I, my brave people. The person who will comfort you in the midst of tribulation will get my blessing for you, and in this way, my people will be selected from among my faithful children. Do not silence the concern of the heart and the reason to seek me. Be faithful to my will. Receive my blessing, your Jesus.